Hello everyone, I'm NTom64
And I'm the Helldragon.
and welcome to the wonderful world of Pokémon X. Yes folks, we are now in the 6th generation of this hilariously popular franchise.
Yeah, it's so insane how far the game has come since the early days of Pokemon Red and Blue. Like, now we have all these advanced graphics, full 3D models for all the Pokemon, we've got Wi-Fi trading, Wi-Fi battling, all these other features. It's nuts to see how far Pokemon has come since then. It's crazy.
Now of course the base gameplay hasn't really changed that much. It's like, you know, why fix something that isn't broken? But if you're hankering for some Pokemon action, I gotta say, from what I've played so far, I think you're gonna enjoy it. It's a tad on the easy side, but what are you gonna do?
Well, yeah, that kind of sounds like work, so I think I would prefer things to not be work.
And speaking of work, the Pokemon Emerald playthrough, which is sadly no longer available, is how Helldragon and I first started working together, so it's pretty cool to be working on a Pokemon game again.
The top of a Jigglypuff.
Oh, shut up. Yes, I remember that episode fondly as well. Professor Sycamore, continuing the Pokemon tradition of having professors named after trees.
Well, it's kind of a weird thing to name your professors after. Why don't name them after something like colors?
Like magenta?
I am Professor Chartreuse.
I was desperately trying not to say red, blue, or green.
Yeah, they kind of took all the good ones, didn't they?
They took the easy ones, I think. Now, Serena on the right is actually journeying with Ash in the XY anime right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that, because apparently they were childhood friends, but I know they're just going to end up not doing anything with her. Oh well.
This is cool. You can actually choose your base appearance. You can fully customize your character later on with clothes and whatnot. But you can be white, or you can be white, or you can be not white.
Yeah, you know, slightly less white. Like 50% transparency in Photoshop white. That kind of white.
I would have preferred full customization, like being able to, you know, choose your skin tone, you know, the facial characteristics of your trainer, but maybe that's asking a bit too much for a game of over 600 3D models.
Look, I just know that my trainer would have had the most epic butt chin. I'm sorry. No! That's the door to Kingdom Hearts! What are you doing?
We were lied to! Haha, enjoy Chain of Memories, motherfucker!
Sycamore, you motherfucker! I'll be back!
Ah, Fletchling, the Kalos version of Pidgey.
Always let wild animals run around your house.
Kaka, this is my domain now, human. Awake and do my bidding.
Ah, my chonies!
Jonies, really?
That's what they're called sometimes.
Not a bad room.
Yeah, I think I scored pretty good in the room department.
Wii U, the forgotten console Pokemon. It has no games.
And all it knows is struggle.
Or, you know, from December, Super Mario 3D World.
It's not really a very efficient kind of attack, is it?
Well, time will tell.
You know, at first I thought when I saw the mom character in this game, I thought she had the biggest hips in the world, but she's just got a sweater wrapped up.
Yep, Helldragon noticing the things that matter.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, Pokemon doesn't do it for me that much anymore, but at least there's stuff to look at.
Ah, natural light! Ah, natural females!
My skin is bubbling! Ah!
Now, this is Shauna on the left. She'll be annoying. And like I said before, this is Serena on the right. She'll be our main rival.
I like how you were struggling for a minute there. She'll... Fuck!
Be annoying.
I actually really like Veneville town. I love how the roads are tiled, and there's like all this brick everywhere. It kind of reminds me of certain areas of downtown places I've been in, like St. Augustine. It looks really nice.
Yeah, it's pretty much a gated community. It was obviously designed to keep people out who chose grass stars.
Aw, fuck yeah, Rhyhorn.
Okay, well, see you later, Rhyhorn.
You sure you don't want to come with me, Rhyhorn, a little bit?
Rhyhorn, trying to sleep here.
Okay, Rhyhorn, bye.
Route 1. Actually, the shortest route in Pokemon history, I think. It's literally just a straight road.
Oh my god, we have different camera angles too. What devil's magic is this?
And we can walk diagonally.
My god.
I mean, you know, Pokemon encounters are still, like, set on a grid, but we can walk diagonally.
Progress, I guess.
Holy shit, this music is jaunty.
Look, it's the meeting place from Persona 4!
Does that make Shauna Nanako, then?
No, because Nanako is a good character. Hey, buddy!
Can you go away from this guy, please? He's kind of scaring me. Thank you.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna throw you for a loop here. Let me blow your mind. But I have an actual fucking name. How about you use that?
How is Big T low-key?
Yeah, that's pretty un-low-key, I agree. You know, just put in your normal name. Fuck them and their stupid nickname crap.
Fuck you. Enter.
No, I know what you're going with.
Oh, this is my nickname, mate.
Yeah, NTom60... What, no 64?
NTom is the nickname of NTom64.
Oh yeah, because the Nintendo 64 isn't around anymore, so it would have been the NTom U, wouldn't it?
It would have sold poorly as well.
Shauna, no, let's not start.
I should have had Shorter as my nickname, just to confuse him.
My name is Ron.
My favourite part of starting the Pokemon journey, picking our starter Pokemon. As per usual, we have a choice between Grass, Fire and Water. Chespin, the Hedgehog Pokemon, will be the Grass type. Fennekin, the Fox, will be the Fire type. And Froakie, the Frog, who is destined to wind up in some restaurants of Kalos, will be the Water type.
You're fucking cruel, man!
Hey, I'm just saying, mate, Kalos is based on France. I was going to anyway, but sure, prompt me, why don't you?
Yeah, thanks, Shauna. Go away.
We're not letting you leave this table until you give it an adorable nickname.
Now, you should have named it Firefox, but let's be honest, everybody should be using Chrome instead.
Pyrox, Pyro plus Fox, thank you, I'll be here all week.
I thought you were gonna name it Pyron from Darkstalkers for a minute there. That would have been awesome.
Okay, are we good here? Can I take the shackles off now?
Why does Shauna fucking care what you nickname it?
She's just very excitable. She's basically a human Pachirisu.
That's pretty annoying, I'm sorry.
Pretty squirrel-like, kind of like Bianca, actually, from Black and White.
They're related, aren't they?
I wouldn't put it past Game Freak to have done that.
Yeah, that weird French cousin you have. What is with his hair? It's like an actual football helmet.
Maybe it is. Look at Tierno staring, never blinking. Oh, he blinked, never mind. And on his shirt you can see the Ice Cream Pokemon from Black and White, which is actually just, you know, a chunk of ice with powdered snow on the top of his head, meaning it's not actually an ice cream.
Well, that was good that they put that on the shirt. I'm glad they went and did that.
You see? Because he's fat. Let's put a picture of food on his shirt.
Yeah, makes total sense.
And also, let's give him an unattainable goal, like realistically, so he can be quirky.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I really do.
Now, you can move back diagonally, but I'm kind of attuned to the old games at this point, so it's going to take me a while to break into the spirit of X and Y.
Oh no, Shauna wants to fight us. Let's see how this miraculous person works.
Wait, Shauna wants to and not Serena?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Now, you'll notice she has a 3D model here. Don't get used to that, because apart from like some really super important people, not including gym leaders for some strange reason, most of the character profiles will be like static images.
Yeah, you know, like 2D drawings, because over here in Kalos, this is a common problem, and with your donations to our foundation, we can cure this.
Now, don't worry if you're new to the Pokemon franchise, or even if you're, you know, returning, the base gameplay hasn't really changed at all. Fire is super effective against grass, water is super effective against fire, and so on and so forth.
Now, I'm really surprised that Finnegan actually starts with a fucking fire move for a change.
I know, right? It threw me for a loop, actually, because I was so used to my fire starters starting with, like, Scratch or Tackle.
Well, I'm kind of glad, I'm fine with this change, because you want your elemental Pokemon to do some elemental damage from the get-go, come on.
Well, now you can watch it all you like, in the hospital.
We're cold motherfuckers in this playthrough, don't fuck with us. To be fair, she does have infinite cures, and that's okay.
Which will come in handy when we're actually travelling in a group later on, which is a neat change of pace.
Run as far away from Shauna as possible. The newest feature. Rhyhorn, take me away!
Guard the homestead. Repel any invading Shaunas.
Now, I love this. I love how she jumps to, like, these conclusions, and just after you've moved in, you're immediately practically kicked the fuck out to go on your Pokemon journey. Thanks, Mom, I guess. It's still kind of weird that, the professor would pick a new kid to go on this Pokemon journey, as opposed to one of the kids that have already been here for a while for this very important task.
Well, these towns have a set number of houses. There's only going to be so many kids willing to go on a Pokemon journey at any one given time.
I'm not really sure what you have to learn from, gathering Pokemon for the Pokédex. We kind of already know a lot about them already, because you'll be running into Pokemon that we've already encountered in the past few generations.
Yeah, there's only like 70 or so new ones in the Kalos region, actually.
Yeah, well, I guess, considering, how often they make new generations, maybe it's better to pace a little with all the new Pokemon.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 100 each time. The problem comes from, like... when you have filler, it gives, like, breathing room to have, like, a few undesirable Pokemon and some really good ones. And there are some really good ones in X and Y, don't get me wrong. But there's also a few really dull ones, which I don't care for. And when you have less breathing room, you have to take them in more.
Hey, Mom, you want to let me have Rhyhorn for my super important journey?
No, he needs to nap. He's sunbathing.
I don't fucking care! Come with me, Rhyhorn!
Now, I'm not sure what the name point for Accord Town is. It kind of reminds me of De Accord, which I think means I will greet you, or I greet you in French.
That's odd. I don't know. I'd ask my sister, but I don't care.
I like the nice little touch of the breeze swaying the grass.
See, it's really interesting to see how the new 3DS technology has really improved the presentation of Pokemon in this generation.
I think it already happened in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but it's more apparent here.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge jump up. Hey, Pokemon Trainer, I got some things to sell you.
Okay, hiker. We've been down this road before, see you.
I've been selling this bridge! I have a bridge to sell you!
Not 2 steps into long grass.
Man, you've got all the luck, don't you? Now, I like how, when they go into battle, like, they kind of explode into their own little, fields underneath. I mean, it's really jarring here, especially since they actually have full backgrounds in this game.
It's kind of a holdover from Black and White, I think, because maybe like to have them transition onto the actual grass itself, off the background, it might like not blend in properly or something. Oh, this is a very familiar tune. It basically means you're about to get a tutorial. Settle in, bitch.
Oh boy. Look, Serena has more characterization than the other friends.
Yeah, you've got Turno, the fat kid who likes dancing for some reason. You've got Trevor, the nerdy kid obsessed with his Pokédex. Shauna, less said about her the better, really. And then Serena, who's, yeah, probably the best friend out of the ones you travel with.
Can't wait to add this powerful Bunnelby to our team.
Wait, you say that, but in the XY anime, he's kinda beast.
What, really?
Yeah, did a number on Pikachu, that's for sure.
Are you fucking kidding? Is this some other new-ass, like, level 2, level 3 Pokemon that fucked up Pikachu? Really? Are they doing that shit again?
Well, not to give anything away, but he's traveling with a gym leader.
Well, that's great, but seriously, Pikachu is, like, super fucking experienced. Why would he not kill almost everyone he fought?
That's a good point, yeah.
Ugh, it's ridiculous.
There, and that's how it's done. Shauna, are you kidding me?
Shauna's kind of special, isn't she?
You just got a Pokemon inside a Pokeball not 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, how did you fucking miss this fact? She's sheltered, isn't she? That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like how the text boxes are colored. I kind of just like having black text on white, text boxes. It's easier to read.
Yeah, he's kind of OG when it comes to font and styles. Our first capture, much like Ash, will be of a bug type, but unlike Ash, we will actually go on to win a tournament.
Yes, this bug type in particular, its final evolution is apparently a fucking death machine if you can set up its moves right. So I'm looking forward to that. Come on, Finnegan, just punch him. You're gonna learn how to do that eventually, right?
Just don't, Helldragon.
Still, I'm sitting here thinking, like, when you do the whole Pokemon training thing in this world, where do you really go from there? Like, what kind of skills does it teach you to have a career later in life? I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been trying to justify it within the context of this world.
Well, the whole economy here just seems to basically revolve around Pokemon, so if you have Pokemon, you seem to be pretty much set for life in any kind of occupation.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they also have other jobs, like, say you want to be like a gym leader, or like a Pokemon breeder. How does the Pokemon journey exactly teach you that kind of stuff? That's what I want to know.
It helps you to become in tune with Pokemon, I guess?
So you develop psychic powers. Good! I like that. Work on that skill. You'll need it.
And since I am a massive Gen 2, if that's even a proper term, I am going to name this Pokemon Bugsy.
Why? I would have named it Zoppy. Like Jimmy Zoppy, eh?
Well, maybe you should record the footage, Helldragon. We'll see you all next time in more Pokemon X.